The Battlefield 2026 roadmap is huge, and not for the reason you think. Yes, it's content-packed with both playable assets like the return of naval warfare, classic maps, and new weapons, and it's also feature-packed with the return of platoons, ranked, and the server browser, but it's doing something way bigger than just content. It's listening to fans, and more importantly, fans of Battlefield. Naval warfare, the return of Wake Island, platoons, and most importantly, the return of the server browser are a strong middle finger to the game's failed attempt at being a Call of Duty clone. While I still have my worries, the focus on large maps, vehicles, and deeper gameplay systems within the core multiplayer is a strong signal that Battlefield Studios finally realized the Call of Duty era is dead. Fans, especially Battlefield fans, want more depth, more community, and more scale. And the Call of Duty craze is so dead that even Call of Duty itself can't please its own players. So why the hell would Battlefield think they're a viable demographic? Thus, this roadmap shows, again far too late, a huge realization of that cheap Battle Royale Call of Duty action isn't what this more mature, older fan base is looking for. We want large worlds, deep mechanics, and meaningful community features. And it looks like they're finally trying to deliver that after years of wasted development chasing trends that are a decade out of date. But guys, if you like in-depth reviews and discussions about all things Battlefield, drop a like and hit subscribe, and let's talk about Battlefield's 2026 roadmap. Alright, yesterday all I was able to get out was a quick reaction, so let's cover everything we've seen and discuss. First things first, starting next month we'll be getting Season 3, where we'll see Gold Mid and Cairo Bazaar, a reimagined Grand Bazaar. Alongside that, we'll be getting new weapons like the leaked M16, L115 Sniper, RPK-74, and PP-19 Vityaz. But there will be even bigger changes outside of content. First of which is the return of a true multiplayer server browser, something we've all been looking for and will be the single biggest upgrade we've seen in years. Alongside that, leaderboards, platoons, aka clans, and my favorite, proxy chat, will also be coming in Season 3. All things that will greatly elevate the community, making the game feel a lot more alive and give friends better tools to track stats and play competitively. And speaking of competition, Season 3 will also be introducing ranked Battle Royale solos, and the foundation for RedSec Elite to finally return. And as much as many of you might not care about comp, I'd like to think it can bring a lot more attention to the game, thus money and production, and it'll keep the game honest. Shitty, broken gunplay won't be allowed to slide. And if the game really builds up a scene, that means they'll have to actively engage with fans, creating more content and communication. So in general, I really like the foundation that Season 3 is setting up for seasons to come. Core features like the server browser, ranked, and platoons make sure the actual content can shine, and are foundational changes fans are actually looking forward to. Grand Bazaar is a personal favorite, and Gold Mid answers a lot of the fans' concerns about larger vehicle-centric maps. So Season 3 seems to answer many of the fanbase's fundamental concerns. However, I'm most excited for Season 4. Thus, jumping ahead to July and Season 4, we'll be getting our biggest change to the gameplay we've seen since Nightfall, this time being in the form of naval warfare across 2 new maps, a remaster of Wake Island alongside the new Saru Reef. Throw in new maps, modes, custom lobbies, and even the return of spectator mode, and Season 4 looks like a real Battlefield fan's dream, drawing flashbacks of Battlefield 4's Naval Strike DLC and greatly departing from the Call of Duty model. However, like the devs discuss in the vidoc, I'm most impressed with the level of detail. Things like the new assault boats, new water mechanics, and fully operational aircraft carrier decks.
Aircraft carriers with operational flight decks, new naval-based vehicles, a dynamic wave system that makes ocean combat even more intense, and of course, naval-based challenges with exclusive rewards. We'll begin testing Season 4's new maps in Battlefield Labs soon.
The magic of Battlefield is really about when all these sandbox elements come together. So the more depth, detail, and range of content they can fit in, the better. And that's what makes Battlefield special. While I'm a huge fan of small modes like Strike Point on maps like Saints Quarter, Season 4 is a big course correction as it aims to deliver experiences only Battlefield can.
This means we're introducing new cover, larger aerial spaces, and more opportunities for strategic play when it comes to close-quarter combat and long-range engagement. We've already begun testing Gold Mud in labs.
Finally, moving ahead into the fall of 2026, we're looking at Season 5. Across the board, the devs mention a focus on things like player visibility, weapon balance, and progression, which all seem like things that need to happen in Season 3 for Ranked, but I digress. The big news with Season 5 is that the game will receive 3 new maps, including a remaster that fans are thinking might be Dawnbreaker from Battlefield 4. Not my favorite, but I'd love to see it in a new Frostbite engine, and hear what you guys think it is if it's not Dawnbreaker. Aside from all of this, expect to see updated versions of both Sobek City and Blackwell Fields, ongoing testing in Battlefield Labs, and quality of life updates as we go. So in general, the 2026 roadmap is a huge win for Battlefield fans. More than anything, it shows a big refocusing on Battlefield players and their desires for the franchise. It's a huge departure from the small map, Battle Royale focused release, and seems to be the result of a total 180 within the studio. Again, sorta affirming that the game was in fact trending downward, and EA was scared. Scared enough, they restructured teams, laid off leading devs, and doubled down in a totally fresh direction. EA tried to pull some shit, and it looks like the fans ended up winning. However, while I'll certainly enjoy the new content, there's hundreds of thousands of players, perhaps even millions, who've already moved on. Unless a huge marketing campaign follows the release of each season, I'm afraid EA shot themselves in the foot, as they've now come to admit they rushed an unfinished game out the door, chasing trends in a fanbase that don't exist, and have now had to pull a total 180 after well over 95% of the player base has left. All I know is that I'll enjoy it, but I'm still not sure that EA and Battlefield will ever learn their lesson. But guys, let me know what you're most excited about moving forward, and for everything else Battlefield, stay tuned and subscribe, and as always, thank you guys for watching.